Republican Senator Lindsey Graham has revealed that US President Donald Trump has now given the go-ahead for a bill which would not only increase sanctions on Russia but also on its trade partners. And this, of course, includes India. He had, in fact, threatened this just about 2 days ago.
We have great legislation coming. You want to tell us?
So, the tariff bill, so here's what I believe. I don't think we could have secured the border without the threat of tariffs. I don't think we'd have a European trade deal without the threat of tariffs. So if you want to end this conflict, then put pressure on Putin's customers. He sanctioned the two largest oil companies in Russia, which is the biggest pressure anybody's put on Putin since the war started. But we have 85 co-sponsors to give this president...
It's hurting Russia very bad, the sanctions.
Oh, yeah. So this bill would allow...
And India also is full.
Yes, sir. So he put a 25% tariff on India for buying Russian oil. I was at the Indian ambassador's house about a month ago, and all he wanted to talk about is how they're buying less Russian oil. Would you tell the president to relieve the tariff? This stuff works. So I'm hoping we'll bring the bill up, and it's from 0 to 500. He picks the number. Nobody else does. But if you're buying cheap Russian oil, keeping Putin's war machine going, we're trying to give the president the ability to make that a hard choice by tariffs. I really do believe that what he did with India is the chief reason India is now buying substantially less Russian oil. So I hope we pass this bill soon.
Graham said in a statement that a vote on this bill could be held as early as next week and that the bill would give Trump tremendous leverage against countries like China, India and Brazil, basically BRICS nations, to incentivize them to stop buying cheap Russian oil. So what exactly is in this new bill and what does it say? The Sanctioning Russia Act of 2025 essentially focuses on taking action against certain people and countries that the US president thinks have been acting on Russia's direction and hindering the peace deal. It lays out 4 conditions on which a person or country can be sanctioned. 1 is refusing to negotiate a peace agreement with Ukraine. 2 is violating a negotiated peace agreement. 3 is initiating another invasion of Ukraine. 4 is overthrowing or seeking to subvert the Ukrainian government. If any country is charged under any of these, the bill calls on the president to impose a range of sanctions like visa bans and tariffs as high as 500%. Now, India is already under the 50% tariff bracket. Remember, it was first 25% and then an additional 25% was imposed for buying Russian oil. India has reiterated time and again that they will continue to do what's in their interest. Overall, India's purchase of Russian oil has declined, though analysts say it's largely driven by reduced buying from Reliance Industries. RIL had been a major importer before the US sanctions on Lukoil and Rosneft took effect in late November. However, state-owned refiners have continued to buy Russian crude through non-sanctioned suppliers. Trump has kept his rhetoric going, trying to scare India.
Modi's a very good man.
Yes.
He's a good guy. He knew I was not happy. And it was important to make me happy. They do trade.
Yep.
And we can raise tariffs on them very quickly, and it would be
People are
very
afraid
bad
of
for
that.
them.
Now, if this bill is actually passed, Trump can increase tariffs to 500% from countries that knowingly engage in exchange of Russian origin oil. All eyes are on now what really happens to this bill and what the fallout ends up being. We'll keep tracking this story. Stay tuned.